Should be live. Hey guys. What's going on Kings? Playing some more Eternal Strands. Today should be the last day of the stream, I believe. Of the stream, of this game, I should say. We've left a lot of kind of like conversation stuff kind of alone. We're trying to push through the story. But now we don't really want to push through it so fast because we're probably at the end of it. Not sure how much is left actually, so we're just going to go through and do everything.
Oh, Bryn. Hi.
Were you crying? Are you okay?
Yes. The rite of ashes just got to me, that's all. The spindle and the axle only had such a brief time together.
It's awful. I can't imagine how she's feeling right now.
So much in life can be fleeting. It just makes you appreciate what a gift the time you have with someone is.
Workers.
These Norian designs are really something.
Looking over the fancy wrench?
Ha! Sev said you'd call it that. But yes, I've never seen anything so over-engineered in my life. Sev tells me they built it inscrutable so that no one could copy it. I simplified it down for our purposes.
That will make it easier to produce more.
Lot to learn from the Norians. Both what to do and cautionary tales.
How are you feeling about Sev, Sola?
Delighted.
Not upset to lose an apprentice?
I'll find more. Lots of talent among the Hearthsiders, according to the Axle. And that's perfect. They'll learn quick, just like Sev did. I'm proud of
I remember her saying that he wasn't going to be a...
Controlling the weather itself. Incredible.
I remember him saying that he was going to quit being her apprentice, but... Is now his own workstation of controlling the weather? That's what he's going to focus on from now on?
I've learned from a lot of years on the road that change is the natural way of things.
Our time in the Enclave has certainly proven that.
Anticipating change and finding joy in it, the best thing you can do in your life.
Oh, the flame blow. The flame bow's blue. Things maxed out. Anything needs to be forced. Hey, Joshua, what's up? Still need a bunch of iron leather and a bunch of purified serenite. A lot. Serenite. There's a trophy for trying, achievement I should say, trying to get these maxed out. At least one of these maxed out. Probably don't.
Have I ever told you how much I enjoy watching your expeditions on the Scry?
You too?
Look, it's no secret that when Aurea injured her wing, I was skeptical of you taking over expeditions. So I started watching you to make sure things were going well.
You mean to make sure I didn't screw up?
Fine. That's what I was doing. At least at first. On one of your first expeditions into the Hollow, I watched you take a swing at that massive Archon thinking it was inactive. Then, when its eye lit up, these visions of you dying started swarming me. I panicked and asked Aurea if you were ready for this, hoping she'd pull you out immediately. Then you began climbing the Ark. And it was like everything in my head just went quiet. That does not happen often. You had this serene look on your face. Like this was exactly the challenge you'd been waiting a lifetime for.
Yeah, I just climbed giant beast, no
It
big deal.
was. When you took it down without breaking a sweat, I was secretly pretty impressed.
I like hearing you had faith in me, even back then.
It's only grown tenfold. After that, I enjoyed watching you on the scry. Knowing you're out there, keeping all of us safe, relaxes me and keeps the visions at bay.
Okay. Be sick. Salvaging materials, or are we completely? You're completely out. I have 17 of these things. It's a little much. Only get 20 for. Enough to do anything with it either way. I scrap them all. Because I can only get. These are 40 each. And if I sell one, they're only 20 each. So I only get half the materials back. Still gotta get a bunch of these. I got nothing. And.
Hard to believe I have a title now.
The Axel seemed certain you were ready for it.
Haroon's also a politician. She knows this somewhat buys my loyalty to her if she tries to become the next I.
Do you think this will drastically change how you interact with the other scouts?
In time, I imagine so. We've been without an advocate for so long, and right now's the best time for me to push. I do have some promising candidates to take over day-to-day operations. I suppose we'll have to accelerate that process.
Takes multiple people to replace you,
You got me. Yes, I was bragging. I think it's critical we have some checks to make sure the system's working. If one group is over or underperforming, I can try to work with them to figure out why. Wins, listen to me. Just chain me to a desk already. All I do is stare at scrolls and move abacus beads now.
Would you support her then?
Haroon's a practical lady. She knows the scouts are critical to our ongoing survival. Farming and fishing around Cassidans keeps us fed, but rare materials for alchemy, medicines, enchanting and so on, all us.
Which gives you some leverage.
It does. But also my title is precarious, as she granted it as acting eye. No one's going to challenge her, not right now. But implicitly, if she goes, I go with her.
Job one will be dealing with the source, right? You feeling up to it?
If it were all on me, I'd be overwhelmed. But I've got your band. An exceptional group with an exceptional point. But you tell me, am I ready?
I'm with the Axel. It's going to be a change, though.
A shift in the winds for sure.
Still, look at how you interact with the band here, now. Arranging tasks, working with them. I think you feel more comfortable here.
I do. Your group is inspiring. Everyone's pulling in the same direction.
Not all the time.
I doubt I can capture that particular magic with all the politics around the hold, but maybe I can match it with the scouts.
I'm excited to see how it goes, Khan Katabi.
I hope I live up to your and everyone's expectations.
You will.
You will. Why we say it that way?
Ooh, you were really moving out there.
I was told time was of the essence.
Yeah, but you made it look easy. Maybe someday you could give classes to the novice scouts.
I'd be delighted. But I need permission to be a total hard-ass. That work?
Wins, yes. Ooh, we'll introduce you as Coach Bryn and you can wear like really tight pants.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
No, I swear.
It's okay, Eric. I'm just teasing. But if you're gonna float opportunities to make you blush, I have to go for it. And more to the point, I'm game. We'll tackle
What
it
else
when
do
the
you think it was
dust
going to be
settles.
by giving tight pants? A little confusing.
All this time, the spindle was sneaking out of Cassidy's hold. And I had no idea.
I did.
Sounds like you two had more in common than you realized.
Just reminds me that you've got to tell people how you feel when you get the chance.
Was there something you wish you had told the spindle?
Not her. No.
I mean,
You know, I can't stop thinking. Could Stannard have fixed the weather?
From what Sev said, the former I was more a political animal than an expert.
Yeah, that makes sense. If only he'd shared what he had access to with people who were halfway competent. Anyway, I just hope Sev can keep digging. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
You performed the Rite of Ashes beautifully, Bryn.
Glad to hear it. Not being part of the church myself, I felt a little out of place.
I'm sure Isla is at peace.
The rite I read mentioned shrouding the spindle in an eternal warmth. Is that in reference to an afterlife?
Yes, although the Reformed sect do believe in an afterlife, it is featured more prominently in Orthodox Hallowpire beliefs. The idea being that the Great Fire is an ethereal, divine being which cannot be fully comprehended in this life, and who waits for its followers beyond this lifetime.
The Eye asked me to collect the ashes from the altar on his behalf. What does he intend to do with them?
It depends on the sect. But often the ashes from the ritual are interred with the body in a burial site. Other times, if it's a prominent family, which the Stanolds seem to be, the ashes are housed in a family mausoleum. Tragic, of course, that a father must do this for his child instead of the other way around.
A religion founded on fire seems like a natural draw for weavers. Was that your experience in Renland?
Hardly. In Renland, magic was ostracized. And there, it was viewed as unnatural corruption of fire. Pure ignorance. That's why I've turned my back on it for many years. But you're right, that the Stanold family's religious beliefs are notable. The prominence of the church in Upper Denevron suggests the weavers here held it in high regard.
I appreciate your perspective on it. But I'd better let you get back to work.
Before you go, thank you for laying her to rest. You could have just paid your respects and left, but it was the right thing to do. I think we all
feel like the
suspected
church
prolonged exposure to the raw magic in here would have
kind of swifts or changes its opinion on what is what on the changing of the public opinion. So when magic is at its high, they support magic, and then when magic is at its low, they reject magic.
But it's surprising to see how far it's gone.
Is it possible the same thing is happening to us? Or has happened to the Hearthsiders?
While it's long been theorized we must have something akin to strands in us, they've never manifested like in a great creature. On one hand, this means we need mantles to mimic what they do naturally. On the other, Asha, Cassil, and so on seem less affected by the Enclave. It's not like Arakim has grown a third arm. I think we can presume safety for some time.
You think this is caused by something other than direct contact with raw magic, like the Tangles?
Oh yes. It's that the air is so thick with magic that tangles can even form. It's unprecedented, and thank the flames for that. Imagine if every creature across the Maida acted as aggressive as the ones you're facing.
What do we do about it, though?
Our first step has to be securing the source. If it's the reason the Enclave had access to so much magic before the Surge, it's also why things are so suffused with raw magic. You see, this is largely an infrastructure problem. The leaks in the tapestry will have to be sealed and magic slowly consumed through usage. If we can reduce the emission of raw magic to below our consumption, the concentration will drop. Once the levels inside match the rest of the Maida, we should be back to some semblance of normal.
Okay. So... just her. I'm not sure if Ori has something to say as well. Yeah, she has it. We got 2 people left. Unless Sev has something to say.
It's nice to have the camp stove working properly again. Even if it took Casmin quietly tossing our coal supply into the hollow one night to make it happen.
Wait, she did?
Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. But Dharm and Sola have reconciled, which I suspect was her whole plan, so hopefully it's okay. Still, Kaz doesn't like for people to know she's a romantic at heart.
Oh, well, I am very glad you mentioned this. Thank you, Lane.
Just go easy on the teasing. I don't want her to serve my stew cold all week.
Well, that was it? Huh, very surprising. I skipped out on a lot of these things. Oh, I can actually tease her right now.
So, I was having a chat with Lane.
Oh?
Said something about you stashing coal outside the camp.
Oh, gods, they saw that.
Sure did.
Oh, I was so careful. Listen, Bryn, you know why I did it, right?
Because our enchanter and Smith need to keep working together.
Yes, and they need to keep talking. They're so good together. So, I did what I had to. Just don't tell anyone, okay?
Kaz,
Yeah?
I think everyone knows. Except maybe Dharm.
Gods, that's embarrassing.
You might want to sneak that coal back into the stocks at some point.
Already did. It was distracting to know the count was wrong.
Okay, is that really how that goes? Alright, so they didn't add anything new. I think Oreo's the last one, unless Sev has something to say, which... is not. Okay. Oh, right, there's your statue, lady.
Everyone knew the aeroliths could smooth out the weather, but no one suspected they could change it so suddenly. Since the surge, they've caused wild swings, but no one has ever tried to control it.
Sev's achieved something incredible.
And practical. Imagine the look on a glass tail's face when it suddenly turns blisteringly hot.
Surprise, Icy Boy. It's summer.
Exactly. Advantage, Bryn.
I didn't even comment.
Over here, Sev.
Happy to be here. It's a view you both have.
Come on that. Alright, what do we got? Go to the damaged junction in the institute and install the cheaper. Okay. Up here the winter tide. How much does changing weather even cost me? Only 5 resources? That's not that bad. It's pretty cheap. Wonder what would happen if I do. I've never actually seen. I don't know. Where are we going? Go to the damaged junction. Damaged junction. I don't see. I see dilution chamber, dark east. Don't. It is the institute, right? Institute. Go to the damaged junction. The dilution. Okay, it's the dilution chamber. That is located right. Yep. I gotta get a bunch of materials. I gotta get these treated. Gotta get all the material. Might go kill the boss too while we're here. Okay. Far so good.
You should be close to the junction now.
That turned easily enough. Creaked a little, but seems stable now.
Perfect.
Certainly easier than Loomgate repair.
If we could have stopped the flow with a tool like this, the Hollow's Loomgate would have been trivial.
That should clear the Norian worksite.
One way to find out.
Hey. If that guy didn't drop anything. Where's the big guy at? You're the big guy. I don't see the big guy. Where the heck is the big guy at? Oh. Well, now wants me to go Dredger's Mine. Pause there.
Good news, Sam. The cave looks tangle-free.
That seals it then. Ah, literally and figuratively.
Alright, turn with the notes.
Is this broken one the new, improved piping?
No, they haven't replaced it yet. We can run our tests later.
First things first, we need to deal with the source problem before we can even think about the test.
One problem at a time. I agree.
Okay. Question is, we go up to the glass tail. Here. I think we do. It's right here. Dodge because I'm out of stamina. Oh. Playing. All I needed to do is crack it like that. That's it. No, full. Yeah, just gotta damage the two legs and the one wing, and that's it. They probably, once you know how to kill it, it's like one of the easiest to kill. But apparently. Let's go back to the Sev. Easy peasy. Quick, nice run in there. Wanted to kill that boss in but I couldn't figure out where the hell it was. Day 30. Been in the Enclave for over a month. Ooh, we're going that way.
We have our Norian prototypes. How you feeling? Theories proven, research recovered.
A successful collaboration by any measure.
So, we know the cave was inaccessible because of the leak.
Yes, suggesting most other tangles are from damage to the tapestry. Major breakages always seem to have one nearby.
If there's raw magic in that part of the tapestry, at least.
Exactly. Now that we know how to shut down a part of the tapestry, we should be able to make repairs.
What did you find in the notes from the cave?
Exactly what I was hoping to see. Advanced material sciences. Results from experiments on pressure containment.
Unsuccessful containment.
True. But in fairness, it wasn't the new design that failed.
I'm glad I could help, Sev.
More than anything, this has reminded me that not all Norians are scheming political animals.
Some? Are you?
Well, not anymore. But yes, some are more interested in sharing their expertise and pushing it further. And that's enough to give me hope that maybe if we get out of here, there's a way I could reform things.
Or at least open some eyes.
Exactly. That's a problem for the future, though.
Yeah, still gotta get out of here.
Now, there are tests to run.
Okay. Investigating some exceptionally fancy plumbing. Achievement? I think that is literally it. So now we gotta go to the Upper Nevron and then the bunker. To the bunker? Bastion. Mark of the Forge. Like, how does it being in Flash Freeze change anything? I don't know. Bastion's Garrison Bunker.
Last time we went looking for answers in the Bastion. Half the documents were torn to shreds. What else had they hidden behind the eyes?
We died. Hey. Use the list, the fancy the box, the less materials are in it. The more fancy the box, the more better materials. Looks like.
Looks like research that's been compiled on the ecological and geographic impact of the surge across the landscape. There's an entire section on the widening of the Great Chasm.
Well, I don't really want to kill the Forge guy because he just kind of sucks. Under Nevron, there's a drought here. Apparently, right, I can't change it. That's fine. That's fine. Wearing my fire armor,
Council
so.
records are meant to be public. Wonder what else the Eye was hiding from his people.
Oh. You going up? You might be going up. Killed you.
Records on the construction and maintenance of grand lines across the Enclave.
Okay. Doesn't bring me anywhere. Where is the beastie guy? There he is. I feel like being below 100 weight, that way I can actually move. Okay. Okay, somehow hit me with magic. Get off this thing. And I took damage because they got off. Okay. Thing. I just... Okay, took damage for no reason. Or lost damage for no reason. One last thing. There we go. It was like I was clicking triangle on it forever. The game's like, nope, 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 nope. You not drop any legendaries? Two. Two legendaries. Better than none, I guess. Is that it? Get all the materials. Saw a chest up. Or is it just closed? Alright, so now let's just go to lane. Got 500, it's not that bad. Okay. I want to see what I need for that 4 item I have, because I can get to level 5 get that. Level 4, so I need 2. 4. I need 4 iron level. Boom, craft an armor piece with high heat resistance. Not sure what it means by high heat. Guessing anything probably over level 50, probably. Then we gotta do one with cold as well, so we gotta get a cold piece maxed out. This one looks like it's the... Oh, this one's the... Fiber... Balls. These are all, I think they're all purples with blue there, so technically it'd be less, it'd be cheaper to potentially. I could do it. Do it. Idrisil, crossbane leather, and black shark. Not sure. I think I bought too many. Got an armor piece with high cold resistance. It's not even level 5. It's just get above 50. That's all it is. Get above 50. Okay. Cool. I just need 4 more of those crystal shards and it'd be level 5 too. Then I gotta replace all the things for legendary anyway, so it doesn't matter. Sweetness. Those 2 achievements. I think he had something he wanted to say. Yep.
The more I dwell on the prospects of repairing the tapestry, the more excited I become.
The experimental piping is working then?
Yes, it is. I've been running numerous tests, and for me, this is a chance to do some actual engineering, away from the Order's influence. Those who cross them disappear in the night. But unless they also have an Ark of Verdance, they can't reach me here.
Lorians are really that ruthless.
It was the mystique they cultivated. But who knows how much action they took. That's the problem with secret societies, Bryn. After a while, it's just secrets all the way down.
Yeah. Don't join any secret societies. Love how he looks really in his 3D form. Like, couldn't they have crafted a better 3D form? Like, come on. Like, I really like the art for the game. It's just some of the 3D forms. Like, all the art, like, surrounding this, all the weapons and the armor designs are all good, but the character designs in the 3D world, open world, is my personal.
I hope you're not afraid of diving into bottomless pits.
Hardly. Maybe a little. Why?
Despite the Grand Gates no longer functioning, there is a more direct way to reach the source, by dropping straight down into a rift in Lower Denevron.
You know, last time I wanted to charge into a restricted area, you weren't so sure it was a great idea.
People change. Maybe I've learned a thing or two about calculated risk-taking from you. And the prospect of securing the source makes this a risk worth taking.
With this knowledge and Sev's plan to control the miasma with the aeroliths, I'll get Aurea to call a meeting with the Axel.
Perfect.
Hey, I think we're pushing into the last part of the game. Or maybe it's just moving into the third act. Who knows?
All right, everyone. Let's give Khan Arteme the rundown.
Using the aerolifts, I can trigger a miasma everywhere they affect above ground.
It is advised that your people remain indoors during this process.
The miasma will flow from the source, which will lessen the raw magic enough to keep Bryn safe while she escorts the Ark.
And how is she going to get there without the Grand Gate?
She'll drop in through the rift in Lower Denevron.
Skies, of course she will.
Don't worry. I've got plenty of experience scaling down cliffs.
Once she's in the underworks, she'll stay within the Ark's protective field and follow it to the source where it will fulfill its purpose, to pacify the Tangles.
And what about the Herald?
That's where you're going to need to trust me.
You really think you can do this?
When I doubt my own abilities, I just look to my band. Kaz is prepared for plans A through Z. Dharm and Sola have me armed to the teeth. Aurea is going to guide me through thick and thin. Lane knows more about the Enclave than the people still living in it. Arik has brought us into your world, and Sev can control the freaking weather. How can I fail?
You've asked me to guide us. Now, it's time for you to trust me when I say, this is our path.
Kenrick lied to us for decades. It's hard to believe anyone who says they're going to take care of the Surgeborn now. But with how open you've been, and everything you've done for us already, you've earned my trust.
I would say if we didn't at this point, I'd be thinking you're crazy.
We will stay and fight for our hearth.
Thank you.
Bryn, I'll coordinate with Sev. When you're ready, come see me.
I think, and this is a turning point. Save.
This is going to be a challenging expedition. Are you ready?
Have Arik escort Khan Arteme here. I'm ready to move out.
Good. Take some time to rest. And I'm sure everyone will want a chance to speak with you before you head into the rift.
You all worry too much. I'll be fine.
I know that. Just make sure the others do, too.
All right.
Yeah, I just think the 3D model's a little weird. This is not too bad. This is definitely weird. Right. Rest.
So you are worried about me?
Not a chance. Just came to wish you luck.
I don't know what it is with her 3D model. Her 3D model with those freaking red staring eyes, it creeps me the fuck out. What horror creature are you? Is it just me?
This will be a career-defining moment for you. I've been fortunate enough to have my share of them, so I recognize one when I see it.
The Enclave is the heart of our legacy as Weavers. An expedition to restore it? That is so much more than I could have dreamed of doing with my life back in Carnhaven. What if I screw it up?
Okay, there's no way. Our character does not have that personality.
What makes you so sure?
Something I saw in you the first day we met. You act in spite of your fears, not because of them. Call it intuition or faith, but I call it letting love drive you. Whether that's love of a person, a place, or a culture, or, in your case, a love of adventure. I've had great accomplishments throughout my career, but if there's one that will profoundly shake future generations for the better, it's bringing you here.
Thank you, Aurea.
I wish they would have stuck with the animation. Like their animation. I don't know if they go back to it before the game ends. Shooting star, make a wish.
Mochi, mochi.
What the fuck was that? I don't know. Weird.
I've run every test I could think of.
I can name 7 or 8 subtle variations of snow off the top of my head if you need more weathers to test. Freezing rain, flurries, squalls, sleet. Sleet's fun. Well, to say. Sucks otherwise.
You really are from the mountains sometimes, you know. When I told you about the Grand Gate and Stanil's plan, I wasn't sure I was doing the right thing. You and the band have helped a lot with that. A lot. I even feel like I understand how the tapestry works. We can fix this place, but I'm going to need your help. Understand?
I look forward to it.
We gotta talk to everybody before we go.
After the surge, we no longer had any reason to celebrate. Our seasons were broken. So any festivals we once had to celebrate their transition suddenly lost their meaning. So we stopped. I've lived my whole life like this, only hearing stories of joy and calm and peace and optimism. Never seeing it myself. If we succeed today, there may well be a reason to celebrate once more. And my heart burns with the desire to give that gift to the children of the Enclave.
How are you feeling about the upcoming expedition?
Surprisingly okay. Not too long ago, circumstances like this would have sent me spiraling. But these days, I feel like I can handle it.
Good. That's good. At least you're not going crazy. That's a plus.
I'm glad to hear it. You've come a long way. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks to you. And while we have a moment, I should probably tell you. I know you can do this. No matter what that crummy herald says when you get down there. You're going to kick its proverbial butt out of the source and save the Enclave as we know it.
Kaz, it helps to hear that.
Does it?
Yeah, well... Normally you're the one who says the right thing when I need it, so... I thought I'd change things up for this.
Thanks. You're a good friend.
I find myself once more mining the past for clues. An impulse not born of regret this time. We've achieved much together, it's true. But beyond this, what more can we do?
We've done everything we can, right? So perhaps we just need to have faith.
As alien as it is to me, yes. At some point, we need to lean on belief. Founded in trust, founded in fact. Doing it again?
I don't think I've seen you like this before.
It's not my most particularly favorite way to be.
Why don't we run through some of the preparations you've made to take your mind off it?
Right, yes. I've prepared all the potions and filters you might need. Mixed them up in bulk, thanks to the equipment I've gathered. From the raw ingredients to the essential alcohests to the final product, I am sure that what I've made is of the highest possible quality. You're right. It did help.
Did it? Okay. If you say so, I guess.
Bryn! Not just quick of blade, but big of heart. It's always a pleasure to see you.
It's always a joy to see you too, Dom.
Not everyone can catalyze a discussion between a couple that clearly needed to happen. You'll always have my thanks for that.
How are you feeling about the expedition?
We are as ready as we can be, and with our intrepid point as the vanguard, what could go wrong?
Rather a lot, honestly.
Yes, but it shan't.
Can't.
You will hope is like magic. Its real strength comes from inside. Will, fortitude, and belief can overcome the impossible. If you believe that you have what it takes to win the day, you shall. I know this, and you do too.
Hey,
How's it going, Eric?
sorry. I get kind of keyed up before anything big. Breathing helps. And this is a big one, isn't it?
Maybe the biggest. At least in recent memory.
Legendary understatement. Anyway, we're as ready as we can be on my end. The scouts still in fighting shape after Stanord's folly are deployed. They'll be reporting on Surgeborn behavior and ready to intercept if anyone moves against Darm and the Axle. We're even field testing some reweaves to the enchantments on our scries. Some progress there.
Sounds like the guide is settling into his role pretty smoothly.
Yeah, well, I mean, someone's got to. Thanks. We're going to do this, Bryn. You're going to do this.
That's the plan. Thanks for all your support.
You're what we needed. Someone to step up and damn the consequences.
Okay. I guess Sola's last.
Sola,
Could have
how are
materials
you
that could appear
feeling
on this
about
level
the
5
upcoming
first.
expedition?
These days I can handle just about anything. And that's in large part thanks to you.
Me?
You supported me through all this Tarmakine stuff without faltering. Even when it felt like my world could crumble in the face of it. And then, you didn't just bring Dom and I back together. You and Casman showed us we never really lost one another. I just feel so much more resilient thanks to you.
Come on. That was all you.
Don't worry. I'm not selling myself short, but you gave me space to grow as a person. Not a lot of friends are brave enough to do that.
Anytime, Sola.
I'm ready to do whatever it takes to help you succeed at the Source, Bryn.
Glad to hear it.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Now we talked to Sev. Yeah, I think the Ori is the last one.
I'm sure you have thoughts on the upcoming expedition?
It's funny. You'd think I'd be remembering my mother, the expert weaver. But my father is on my mind right now. What it must have been like, cultivating his fields year after year.
Taking a moment to enjoy what you've cultivated.
I'm at peace. My new role is to help you build upon what I've learned.
That's quite the legacy.
One last piece of advice before you go?
Always.
When the time comes for you to find your own apprentice, choose one that can help you with this transition like you've helped me.
If I survive this, you mean?
We both know you will. Sev is set to vent the tangles from the source when you're ready, Bryn.
Once Bryn descends into the source, she will not be able to return until the events are complete. Prepare accordingly.
I hope this works.
We have every reason to believe this
Probably
will
should have
make
saved before I
the
talked
source
to her.
tolerable for you. I'll tell Sev to get started. Dom and Khan Arteme will escort you to the rift with the Ark.
That's how that works. Where's the Ark at, boys?
Looks like Sev was right. The rift has been vented. It's as safe as it's going to be.
Doesn't look like it goes very far, does it?
You sure that rope can hold us both?
It'll do the job. Just try to land gracefully.
I always do. Got it.
My magic will only carry the Ark for as far as I can see you. Good luck, Bryn of Carnhaven.
I like it when they have these little animations. Pretty cool.
At least I don't have to carry it.
It's going on its own little journey. Okay.
You've kept me waiting.
Ignore it.
I plan to.
You'll find I demand attention. Admit it. You're a little curious about me. After all, you have paid me a visit.
I'm not listening to you.
One time.
What I could offer you if you did.
Apparently that was it.
How'd that work out for Kenrick Stannard?
Breathe through it, Bryn. I know its voice is making your skin crawl. I feel it too.
It helps when you guys are talking, instead of it.
Then we'll keep talking. We're here for you.
No matter what that voice says, you stop the Herald. You can do it again.
That furry friend of yours betrayed you, and yet you don't mind having him in your ear. Double standard.
Bryn, you put your faith in me at the Grand Gate. I'm doing the same for you now. None of us would still be here if it weren't for you.
I wonder what happens if I would have never talked to the thing in the first.
Close. One last chance. Join me, and I'll grant you strength beyond your wildest dreams.
Pass.
I've already told you, I don't need it.
If you're strong enough without me, why are there 7 crunches chattering in your ear?
They're not crutches. They're friends.
We could be friends.
Okay.
What's so funny?
Couldn't destroy me with an arc of my size. And so you brought a toy instead.
It bounced off. What did that just do?
Whatever. I'll destroy it after you perish.
Hey. Oh, are they gonna just toss me off of it? It's fair and engaging gameplay. I'm supposed to get across them. I'm on it. And I'm in its hand and I can't do anything. Okay. I don't understand. What am I supposed to do? Looks like I'm gonna take down one piece at a time. Yeah, I dodge and there's nothing I can do. It gives like fuck off. Dodge. Spamming X! Game! Fucking frustrating, dude. And it just backed up purposely for me to miss. That's... And you dodged it. And you dodged it again. How am I missing it, dude? Jesus fuck. But... I only got that one part of its head left. Oh. Give it to me! Give it to me! Game! Ah, what? And... fuck. How does this work? Defeat the Enclave's most fearsome foe. Too bad, I just gotta destroy all the things. Build a new era for Weavers.
Dark.
Aurea?
Rin, we're losing.
Arrogance is so typical of your species. The breach is too wide for your arc.
Breach? What breach?
The breach between our world and yours, of course.
You're from another world?
You call us Surgeborn, but we are ancient. that bleeds what you call magic. A wound your kind tore wider in their own quest for power. Until they could no longer contain it. And the inevitable happened.
The surge.
The Surge. An event so cataclysmic in both worlds it shook them to their core. And it left a path. One I had to follow. Your kind have mastered the coral, indestructible and suffused with incredible power. How you barely understand and haven't earned. Power that should and will be mine. You can't hope to compete with me. I carry with me 1,000 souls and 1,000 bodies. You are an insect. Consider it an inherent failure of your species.
Could you shut up?
Does the truth strike a nerve?
Can we just kill it?
No, you're annoying. And I'm trying to think.
Bryn, Arik managed to get the scry back, for now.
We've lost visuals.
The Herald is down, but regenerating. And the Arc of Verdance. It's working, but the raw magic is too much. The Arc can't pacify the Tangles.
You need to get out of there. Now!
No! I have to do something.
Bryn, we will find another way.
Don't bother. You will die. Just like the Eye's daughter.
Whatever it takes. Her name was Isla.
Not sure what we're doing to it, because technically it's already active on itself, but we just, like, reinforcing it? Like, what are we doing?
Bryn. Can you hear me? Bryn. Talk to me.
Oh no. Come on.
Get behind her, Zungalo. Okay. Oh, got the... Okay. I got the credits. It's in alphabetical order. It's a weird choice. Usually go by like top lead, then work the way down. Not this time. They're just in alphabetical order. Can't skip it. Doesn't look like there's very many of them here. They're like a big AAA studio, so it's like 1,000 people on it. I wonder why it's like it has that whole like special thanks to. What are they special thanking these people for? I don't say. Brick babies. What? What does that mean? So I wonder how much of that game do we have access to, because we still gotta attack technically that creature again for the last strand, because I'm pretty sure you need 3 strands. And we have to kill it one more time to get that last strand. Right, here's the voice actors. James Foon got top billing instead of Bryn. May Mac. To be honest. Ark of the Living Flame. There's the third the Earth guy. I can't remember what his name was. Oh, it's something Earth. I was a Scourge of the Earth, but I'm not 100% sure. That looks like the eye. Now, technically, is the veil still up or is the veil down? Because if the veil's down, that's just a go-ahead for all neighboring nations to start invading the Enclave or reclaim its secrets. So, now the Enclave has to prepare itself for invasion. So there's that. This is what realistically is going to happen. But if the Enclave still is been using magic, while all the other nations have foregone magic, they won't have any magic armies or magic implementations in their army because they all rejected it. So theoretically, they should be able to defend themselves from invading forces if they use their magic versus invading armies that don't. Like Ori is at her father's farm. We just got something called Dorothy. I don't know what that is, but we just got it. So where's Bryn's giant statue gonna be? Just saved the Enclave, right? Doesn't she get a statue? I think we're back at the beginning again. Still can't skip it. I gotta sit here and wait. Here I thought, like, it was gonna be over. But no. Gotta go through every single person for every single company that had any type of interaction with this. Gotta go through their entire company roster as well. So I'm guessing Decoup animation is the animation that we saw. That much just ripped off of Avatar: Last Airbender's animation style. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. It's just that's the only animation style that I can remember that created that style of animation. And who knows, maybe even Avatar: Last Airbender wasn't even the first one that did it. Possibly. That's the only one I can remember. I think Arc also did the same thing. They chose that same animation style for their recent animations, for their stuff. So apparently, the Avatar: Last Airbender is now one of the more popular animation styles in America. A lot of animation companies are using it now. At least American companies are, anyway. Japanese have their own style of animation. Which, in my opinion, looks more modern, looks better. But, you know, America in the animation world is always behind. Holy crap, these freaking things, like, every other company allows you to skip these after a certain bit. Not this game. You can't skip it, it's just sitting here. Red Hot, a keyword studio. What the hell does that mean? What's a keyword studio? I don't know. Got Arc of the Living Flame within two of the Earth guys following you next to him? Didn't have any helmets on, I think. That'd be a nightmare. Imagine trying to fight 3 giant arcs at once. That'd be insane. Holy shit, can you end? I want to get back to playing the video game. Speaking of which, while we wait here, let's open up Game Pass. And then we'll check this. Which ones are we missing? We're missing this one. Examine an alternate perspective. I don't know what that means. Craft every design for an armor piece at least once. Craft every design for an armor piece. What does that mean? I don't know, but only 0.1 people have gotten it. This one's even less, getting all the codex pages. Catch a projectile thrown by a great arc for Archon. That's just go against like the Earth guy and then keep distance from him, then wait for him to throw a tree at you. That one's not that bad. Restrain all the limbs of a bipedal Archon. All the limbs. Not sure how to do that. What, you gotta like throw ice on its arm, both its arms, and also both of its legs before it breaks from either of them? Maybe. Break a serenite rock with a crystallized that is crystallized by heat. What do you mean by crystallized by heat? So we gotta like burn it till it turns red and then break it? So what's a serenite? How do I know what a serenite looks like? Defeat a great creature Archon without equipping any weapons. That one's not that bad. That one is... What's the easiest way to destroy a big guy? Probably the Earth guy, and then you'd have to just smash those little orb thingies that hold its armor in place. Over and over again. That one's not too bad. We probably knocked that one out. Unlock all other achievements. Oop. Thank you for playing Strands Studios. First game is Labor of Love, and your support means the world to us. Very first game. I got 17 Elder Husks from that. So there's that.
It is good to see you up and about again.
Thanks, Ev. Nothing keeps me down for long.
True, but don't go expecting anyone to pin a medal on you. Solar still doesn't think we should waste the materials.
Aw, you remembered. So, what's next for you, big guy?
The only thing left for me and Tarza are assassins. So, it looks like I'm staying. Not that the Veil gives us much choice. But you take my...
Oh, the Veil is still up.
The Axel will love to have someone with your expertise around.
Yes. I am a better collaborator than Stanil, she tells me. And she's willing to provide whatever I need.
Maybe he'll come to the Axel at some point himself.
Just so long as it stabilizes things. And I mean that politically as well as magically.
She's like my mother. Always thinking about her role more than herself. Still, powerful patron to have on your side.
And unlike my last patron, at least she seems honest about our relationship. We will both benefit from my work.
Glad to see Lane's got you up on your feet. The Axel and I have opened up trade between our band and the Hearthsiders to support Sev's work with the Aeroliths. She seems... lighter since you got back from the source.
I'll have to check in with her and see for myself.
The relief efforts showed me it's difficult to pinpoint when a community is coming out of crisis. But there is one common marker. People start putting things on their calendar again. Could be as small as an appointment with your local apothecary, or as big as sending invitations to your wedding. You can't plan for the future when tomorrow's not a guarantee.
You think the Hearthsiders are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel?
Not even close. But they're starting to live again regardless.
Yeah, but isn't the only thing left now to take down the Veil? Granted, you probably want to fix everything first before you do that, because you don't want any invading force to come in and say, hey, this place is ours now?
I don't know many weavers who could do what you just did and survive. Scratch that. I don't know any.
I feel a bit lightheaded from all the tonics, but otherwise, I'm back up on both feet.
We thought you had...
Darm and the Axel practically tossed me through the loom gate after I made my way back up the rope. They looked pretty shocked. I suppose, even with the tangles disappearing, the odds of me making it out of the chasm were slim.
Let alone surviving what the spindle didn't. You know, channeling your magic into that arc was risky.
She did it for the Enclave. So did I. And you would have done the same.
I can't argue with that. On to the next adventure, then.
On to the next.
Okay.
Now that Casman's trading with the Halfsiders, Khan Arteme has reached out to ask if I would forge arms for the Scouts. They've been wearing leftover Ark armor all this time. Though I'll have support from the Enclave's Smithing Guild, it'll be a long project.
Sev won't be teaming up with you on this one.
The Axel has Sev working on the tapestry right now. Besides, I'm just happy to see he's found his calling.
I didn't think it was possible, but he stands a little taller these days.
Me working with the guild, Sev controlling the weather, you kicking major ass at the heart of the Enclave? Who would have thought we'd wind up here when we first passed through the Veil?
Not me. Part of me thought the Ark of the Stricken Earth was going to do me in.
Stricken Earth. Okay.
You had to know you had a chance at winning. We've all come a long way.
Do you ever miss the days when the stakes of the band's adventures were a little lower?
Strangely, not at all. It's been quite the rush. Though, give us a few more scares like you did when the scry cut out, and I might change my mind.
Don't worry. I can go without defying death again for at least a little while.
We're talking about we're gonna go fight that thing again. Get its last thingamajig. Wonder how they're going to explain it still existing.
There she is.
I live!
I'll admit, you had us all worried for a beat there. But it's good to see you back on your feet.
How have you and the other scouts been doing recently?
Exceptionally well. The Surgeborn are still out there, but they're disoriented, scattered, something like that.
That will be easier to deal with for everyone involved.
Yeah. Still dangerous, but it's like they're roaming aimlessly and only acting on instinct.
How are the people at Cassidon's Hold faring?
Everyone can feel it. Things are different. It's like a pressure we'd all got so used to has lifted.
Perhaps literally.
The raw magic, you mean? Hadn't thought of that, but you're probably right.
Tell me about you, Eric. This has been a lot.
Well, on the one hand, still getting used to the title, but it is coming in handy for throwing my political weight around. Hirun and I don't always see eye to eye, but she's sharp and we work it out. We're hoping to lift the restrictions on the scouts mingling with the larger Hold populace for one. Lots of happy families.
And on the other hand?
I feel like I've won some kind of prize being allowed to spend time with your band. You're all such veterans as weavers. It's an honor to feel like I've been accepted.
That all sounds positive. Any thoughts on where we go from here?
Well, there's one very important thing. You are not allowed to die or make me think you died anymore.
Oh, spirits. Yes, of course. I can work very hard on the staying alive front. Just for you.
All of us? Really? You didn't see the band's faces when the scry cut out. These people adore you. Anyway, beyond that, it's hard to say. I suppose we start to reclaim things. The Veil's not down, just stable. We work with that, and see what other wild curves this place throws at us. And with you and your band here, I'm pretty sure we can handle anything.
Yeah, technically leaving the veil up is actually a good thing. That way you can actually reclaim things. But if you don't, the outside countries will definitely come in and claim them for themselves. Alright, so we still need one left to finish it off. Which means there's still some way to actually beat that creature.
Wait, no, thoughtless Dom. I am delighted to see you up and about, Bryn.
Are you sure?
I am delighted to see you. And, as it turns out, Lane has just emptied my purse.
Never bet against the alchemist about recovery times.
Indeed. A lesson I have zero regrets about learning, for it means you are up sooner than I would have thought possible.
We clearly did something at the source. But was it enough?
To stabilize things? Oh, yes. What's become abundantly clear is that the source had been damaged, though we're not sure how. Perhaps a small surge that cascaded into the real surge? That's all in the past, though. The current flow of magic seems to be balanced such that the veil is consuming most of it.
That sounds good, right?
Oh, most definitely. It leaves us at an equilibrium. That is so much better than the alternatives.
What's going on with the veil?
It's not coming down anytime soon, but it no longer seems to be overcharged. In retrospect, it's possible the veil was the only thing that stopped the source from outright exploding.
How so?
Its activation pulled, and continues to pull, mind you, an enormous amount of magic away from the source. That draw was enough to slow the rush of magic. It's possible the reason the veil went up so suddenly was as an emergency measure.
How's our little arc friend holding up?
So far, very well. It continues to pacify the raw magic coming from the source, and is self-sustaining as far as we can tell, thanks to your little push. Please don't do that again, by the way. Very dangerous, and we're all terribly fond of you.
Okay.
How about the tapestry? No chance we've managed to remove all the tangles?
Alas, no. Not visibly, but I did hear the Axel talking about an effort to restore the tapestry. She dropped your name a few times. They'll make a statue of you someday. Well, unless her political machinations all fall apart. Fewer statues in that case, but that's for the politicians, yes?
So, what's next for us, do you think?
I have every plan to continue studying the source while I can. The Axel has given me special dispensation. She feels my presence somewhat tempers the ambitions of the High Enchanter. He seems rather keen on becoming the next Spindle, less so on securing a sustainable future for the Enclave.
Can you do both at the same time?
At the same time, I'm told the alchemists are making a hard push for their representative to take the position. Their political jockeying buys me time to poke and prod the Enclave secrets. I have no complaints. Sola's been teasing me about it incessantly, of course, reminding me to take a breath of all things. Which reminds me, I do have some things to attend to, so I won't bend your ear unnecessarily. Here if you need me for anything, Bryn of Carnhaven.
Okay. I don't have any active quests. Maybe we'll get one. Yeah, so just tear up all the pieces and then go to its face, yeah. I thought.
You were tremendous at the source. I'll admit, I was rather worried about you, but, well, you made it through. And, dare I say, defined a generation of weavers in the process. You've made history and lived to tell the tale. Tremendous work.
All in a day's work.
So few words for such a momentous achievement.
I need to keep that ego under control, after all.
I don't think anyone could blame you for having an inflated ego after taking down the greatest foe imaginable all by yourself.
And yet, I must restrain myself. What a cruel world. So, what's next on our to-do list?
Getting back into the thick of it already. Let me check my notes. I have a line of research I'd like to pursue. Come find me when you're ready.
Sounds interesting. I'm all over it.
I look forward to discussing it with you. It's been a remarkably difficult chapter for all of us. While there's still more to do, I think we can take a moment to congratulate ourselves on making it this far. Only then can we look forward. And after all, who knows what the future holds?
And after we congratulate ourselves, what then?
We get back to it, just like we always do.
Well said.
Okay.
A pleasant morning to you. What's on your mind?
I've got something that I'm struggling to believe.
Then it must be something rather special.
It's about something the Herald said when I fought it in the source. It said that it was from elsewhere. A place we wouldn't be able to understand. And the Herald claimed to be older than the Surge. Much older.
That is a fascinating assertion. And we've received reports of it reappearing after you defeated it.
Right. I heard that too. I would have mentioned this earlier, but with all the action and me almost dying...
Say no more. I do, however, think that Aurea and Darm need to hear about this too. Aurea? Darm? Would you mind coming over here?
You're looking uncharacteristically serious, Lane.
I'm looking normal, I think. But you are correct.
Bryn?
The Herald claimed to have existed for a long time before the Surge. And it said that at the heart of the source, there's a breach between worlds. That's where the Surgeborn came from.
I don't know how we'll tell everyone about this. Will they panic? Will they even believe us? Should we tell them at all?
Hold on, Lane. You're jumping to conclusions. It's possible that the Surgeborn was lying.
It's true. Even though it never technically lied to Bryn, it certainly enjoyed its little mind games.
I really don't think that's the case. It wanted Bryn to join it, and this would explain so much about the origin of the Surgeborn.
I believe the solution to our worries is, as always, more research. Bryn, since we've received reports of the Herald reappearing, would you mind hunting it down for us again? Specifically, to know for sure whether it is as otherworldly as it claimed to be, I will need you to harvest its pattern. As fresh as possible for me.
Absolutely. I've already killed this thing twice. A third time will be a piece of cake.
Technically, the first time we barely survived it, that's technically not really we killing it.
Splendid. Understanding the unknown kills any fear it may hold over us. Is this course of action acceptable to you two?
Yes. Sounds good to me. What do you think, Lane? Would that make you feel better?
I suppose that's a sensible way forward. Sorry, big revelation. I need to take some time to process this. Dom, will we analyze the resonance together? I need to prepare my workstation.
One step at a time, my friend.
Of course. The resonance, yes. Good luck, Bryn.
Don't need luck when I've got a team like you behind me.
Anyone else feeling a little lighter these days?
As a feather.
I feel like I can finally exhale.
Not everything is solved, but with the source state.
Now, I did get a bunch of materials, that husk stuff. I could reforge stuff, or we could sell it. $400, that's all I get from it. Not a lot. Barely any. Honestly, I probably don't need to upgrade my stuff anymore. I don't think there's a trophy for it or achievement for it. Let's go to Cassidon's Hold first before we go and figure out where the heck this Surgeborn's at. Surgeborn is located... nowhere. Actually. It's not located anywhere. What? That's weird. How am I supposed to take it down if it doesn't exist? That don't make no sense, guy.
guess. You've come to ask me to apologize to your naive lawkeeper.
No.
No. Isn't that what self-proclaimed heroes do? Demand justice for your friends?
I would never ask Lane to waste their energy on a conversation with you again. Do I think how you spoke to them was a disgusting, brutish display? Absolutely. But justice doesn't come with an apology from you, does it?
They attacked my legacy. I merely put them in their place.
Exactly. Without remorse, an apology would just be posturing. No. Justice is served in the way Lane still chooses kindness every day, despite people like you trying to tear them down.
Their research tore me.
Justice is served in the way Lane gets to continue living as their wonderful, talented self. Whereas you have to keep living as yourself. As someone who is clearly in so much pain over his own existence, he needs to make other people feel small, so he can look big.
I am far too exhausted to beleaguer this issue.
So we agree. There is no need for you to ever speak to or about Lane again.
I suppose we agree on that.
That was a little weird.
It seems I owe you and Sebastian a word of thanks.
Unexpected, but you're welcome. What's happening?
Hirun has seen fit to approve my involvement in the tapestry repair. As much as it is irksome to be assigned work, I will confess I was getting rather bored and lost in my own thoughts. Something to do will help, I'm sure.
Okay. Doesn't go that way.
Goodness, you're irrepressible. You've just been to the brink of death and back, but you're already back up and at it. You're allowed to take a break, you know.
I get bored easily. Much rather be out here getting things done.
Well, I'll say this. Your efforts haven't gone unnoticed. With the Ark of Verdance doing its work at the source, the raw magic is beginning to dissipate. In time, we'll be able to secure a workspace. Then, we can start repairing the tapestry. Everyone in the hold has begun to look to the future. Many never had a reason to. Children and adults alike, sensing the intoxicating allure of newborn hope.
Cool, newborn hope. That's always good.
I know what it's like to watch your people rebuild after dark times. It's hard, but beautiful too.
I've been asked by a citizen committee to establish our first new holiday in decades. Spindle's Day, they want to call it.
Ah. How do you feel about it?
I wish things were different. And I know she would have hated all the attention, but I think it's right.
She'd be really proud of you for stepping up.
I would hope so too. It is the least I can do to honor her memory, day by day. When we met, before your expedition to the source, I was ready to tell you that it was completely reckless. But when you ran through how everyone contributes to your success, that was the moment I knew we might have a chance. I wasn't quite as confident as you, but I at least felt something close to it.
And how about now?
I believe you can do anything you put your mind to. Anything else would be ignoring the incredible achievements of some truly unexpected guests.
I'll let them know you said that.
Please do. As always, I have a great deal on my plate to get back to. Promise me you'll take a break. If only to spend time with the people you care about.
I will.
Okay, we still keep talking.
I found something that you might want to see. It's a letter I found in the Spindle's hideout. It looked like your handwriting. I didn't read it.
I don't understand why you've been so kind to us, Bryn.
It's okay. I'll let you get back to it, all right?
Likewise. You just couldn't take a break, could you? But no. Instead, you had to unearth a revelation so dangerous it could destabilize the entire Maida Basin.
Not my fault. Incredible discoveries just fall into my lap.
Right.
Yeah, main character has
I
that kind
admire
of
the work your
pull.
band did on researching the Herald. Lane, in particular. Hold on tight to them. They're an extremely valuable resource.
Their contributions are tremendous. The alchemy alone. With that, plus the number of times their research has saved our hides, I don't think they could leave the Weaver Band even if they tried. We wouldn't let them.
You would be fools to do so. I wanted to mention, by the way, if you could pass this along, Lane's welcome to visit the Hold anytime. Open invite. I'll always appreciate hearing their thoughts.
I'll pass it along.
Now,
Holy crap, there's still more to talk about.
as it turns out, I'm rather glad you tore down Asylum. I was not at the time, but Arakim's come a long way since he started working with your band.
Arak feels you appointed him as a political move.
Oh, I absolutely did. And I'm pleased he recognizes it. A bright future awaits him. I need someone who will push, and he will most certainly do that. His findings, though, are deeply concerning, along with the obvious failures of the tapestry exposed by Sev's research. But I see it as an opportunity. The tapestry needs to be repaired, and we have the means. Nothing catalyzes and unifies people like a problem they can actually solve.
Making you seem like a very effective leader.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay, well, we'll keep on talking.
Quite the impressive investigation you and your Ram friend instigated. With those results, we could repair the tapestry and eventually reclaim the underworks. With the Surgeborn in obvious disarray, now is the time to move.
Happy to help.
I'll reach out to Sev myself and let him know how much I appreciate it, and his expertise. I'm encouraged by the research Sev's done on the tapestry. He has a quick mind.
The opportunity to prove himself outside of the Norians means a lot to him.
We're going to find out what he can do, with a team backing him up. It's key we repair the tapestry as quickly as possible.
Yeah, you said that a couple times now.
I shudder to think what might happen if the Ark of Verdance should fail.
Ah, there we go. Okay, I think that's it. Now we just gotta collect the Herald. Really, but problem is there's no Herald up, so... Do we go back home and then make the day go by and see if it spawns in new stuff? I guess. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do. Day 40. Surgeborn, here we go. And it's clear weather. Lower to Nevron. So it's usually, these guys are usually by the market, so let's go to Broker's Arch. What if it's gonna talk to me like it did before? sees me? Why'd they see me?
There's the Herald. I know I can harvest its pattern. Just need to do it again.
Get a clean. Get this gauntlet off. Grabbed it. Okay. Okay, that threw me a while. I jumped that. And it just... Come on! Stuck. That's bullshit. You did not catch me. It'd be better if I just go. Stamina. Ow. Fire game. Oh, sorry. It hits this thing neat, Jesus Christ. Hey, shooting at it and no damage is done. There we go. Oh, just bounced me off. It's bouncing me off now. I don't know what to do. Game, why can't I grab it? It's not grabbing it anymore. It's just like, nope, sorry. And now I'm not damaging it. What? What? How can you grab me? I call bullshit. Is there a piece of it that's still not taken off of it? I have no idea. Okay. I can't... I don't see it. What's still... There's nothing up. There's no piece of it left. There's no piece of it left. What am I supposed to do? Well, this makes absolutely no sense. What? Just grabs me out. I don't get. There's no piece of it anymore. I don't get it. What am I missing? There's nothing on its back. There's no other pieces to it. Doesn't grab it for some unknown reason. Damages me because fuck off. Like, I don't see any other pieces. Maybe that's not what's failed to grab me. I can do this. I don't know what to do. I don't... There are no pieces left on it. None. How am I supposed to beat it? This is bullshit. There's literally no pieces on it. challenge is that the locus seems to be central on its head, to be loosely considered its face, which means that any point channeling magic there or Bryn's otherwise will have to restrain the Herald's arm. We'll have to restrain the arm first. How do I do that? My magic. And it broke free. It's just bouncing me off everywhere. I can't grab on it. It makes no sense. It's so bad. And there goes the ice. Huh? Oh, the ice just got broken off again. Oh, game. Fucking Jesus. Okay. That's it. Gotta freeze its arm in place while I did that. Okay. A lot of the husk stuff now. Almost guaranteed, like, if you kill the Surgeborn, you just get a shit ton of husk. It might be better just go hunting the Surgeborn over and over again, because you can just sell the Surgeborn materials, the husk, just buy the other materials later. And there goes the controller again. I don't know why he does this. Everything's gotta be a difficult game. Wonder if this will still work for upgrading the
I harvested the Herald's pattern.
Splendid. If you'll let me handle the resonance.
Although maybe they'll make me do it again.
Dom,
Who knows?
Come and look at this. Bryn's brought back the Surgeborn resonance, and
Fascinating. It really is like nothing I've laid hands on.
the Herald was telling the truth then. About this, at least.
Walk me through it, team.
Dom, do you want to?
Yes. This is the second resonance I've had access to, and I didn't realize before, but it's clearly not of this world. It resembles nothing mentioned in any literature I've ever seen. The Hearthsiders' libraries have nothing about this, not even the Spindle's tomes. Exploring the possibility of other worlds could consume decades of a researcher's life, and they barely scratched the surface. It was a theoretical, primary theological pursuit before, but this strand changes everything.
So you're suggesting this is an entirely novel field of research?
That is precisely the fact of the matter, my curly-haired friend.
All right, you two. Put it in words that the lady with the big sword can understand. In particular,
Layman's terms,
I
please.
need to know what this means for next time I try to take this thing down.
For you, Very little for now. The resonance is self-healing, but beyond that, it seems that some other element dictates the Herald's regeneration. I would not be surprised if you saw it again, but without its connection to home, it will not be able to evolve or adapt.
So the resonance heals itself, but it won't turn into a Surgeborn on its own. Good.
There's something else to worry about. One large thing. What amount of this information are we comfortable sharing? And with whom?
I wish I could draw from weaving history to provide guidance, but something this big has never happened before.
Might as well at least tell the
Axel has always
Axel.
appreciated our transparency. We should tell her first.
I would assume she's busy with her duties as interim leader, but on the other hand, I've no clue. Truly, my font of wisdom runs empty.
I think this one's big enough that we can bother her about it without feeling guilty.
You're right, of course. I'll meet you in Cassidy's hold. I just need to document this while it's fresh in my mind.
And I will continue experimenting. What a wonderful opportunity.
See you in the hold, Lane.
Alright, can I use that strand? I can. Boom. Upgrade all powers to level 3. Achievement done. You know what I never have done yet? Get that last piece of gear. Let's go get that. Before we do anything else. I don't think upgrading it to level 3 has actually changed its effect in any way. Like, maybe it's less its mana requirements. Like, I don't know what actually upgrading it does, because I don't think I've seen any difference between level 1 and 3 for any of them, to be honest. Look at that red stuff around here. Is try this out. Is this Serenite? Not sure. Nothing. Made it over. Have a nice day. Probably. There's the gauntlets. One codex page flying up in the sky, which is not very helpful. Okay. Where is it? I don't see it. Not up in the sky. I thought it was up in the sky. Apparently I can't use this ability here. I'm flying over there.
I've got you.
Okay. There's a codex page right there. Sure, we should go back to grab the codex page. I'm not like. Most codex pages are in this area that I don't have. I'm trying to get that last achievement. Trying to get all the codex pages is gonna be a nightmare. Because I'd have to go back, like, I would have to find a walkthrough that has all of them, and then go to every single one, no matter if I've gotten it or not, because I don't know which ones I have or haven't gotten yet. So, yeah. It will be annoying as fuck. Yeah, I'm missing, like, more than half. Like, I did get the, all these, all those, all those, all those, all those, and all those. So, yeah. Technically, I didn't gain anything. Right, we gotta go back home for the, maybe there's a trophy for getting all the armor pieces, but no. Getting all the variations for an armor piece, I'm not sure what they mean by that. I have to probably look it up and hope there's a on YouTube that, or not YouTube, but Google that tells me what I need to know. Give me a little bit more explanation on what they mean. I wish some of these students would actually give full explanation of what they're talking about, instead of just being vague. Like, what the hell does that mean? Does it mean to craft every piece once? Does one piece have a different variation no matter what type of items I put on it? Because wouldn't that be, like, hundreds of different variations of types? Not sure what exactly I mean.
Good morning, Karnatame. Might we trouble you with some questions of a fairly important nature?
You're already here, so you may as well.
This is a pretty big one, for the record.
We have learned something astounding about the Surgeborn and the fundamental nature of the source.
Something new?
Yes. When Bryn was engaged in combat down in the source, the Herald spoke to her of its origins. It told her it hailed from another world, and at the source is a celestial wound through which the Surgeborn found their way here.
We thought it might have been lying, trying to throw me off. But recently, we realized it's regenerated. So I killed it again. Took a resonance from its pattern to Lane and Dam, and...
It was all true.
all of it.
Dam is very excited about the existence of other worlds and will continue researching, but it sits ill with me.
How so?
You and I spoke at length on how the truth, the whole truth, must be made available to all. But this isn't just some political secret. It changes our approach to everything. Religion, weaving, the way we place ourselves in the world.
I understand. I assume you've thought a great deal about this. Give me a risk assessment.
That's just the thing. Understanding more about the world. It's beautiful. Wonderful. I have enough perspective, however, to know that the same may not be true for others. Especially those who have lived here through the Surge. Would it bring peace to their hearts? Would this knowledge shared free to all improve their lives? I fear not. But perhaps I am the fool for thinking that I am wise enough to know what is best for others.
I see. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. First things first, we need to find out what Kenrick knew about this. Let's fetch him, shall we?
Fetch him.
What do you want?
I was hoping to draw on some of your memories, if you wouldn't mind. It's in regards to a security matter.
If it's a security matter, then those two shouldn't be privy to it.
That's no longer your call. In the years where you held the Surgeborn Talon in custody, did it ever speak to you of its origins?
I will not incriminate myself.
I'm simply asking a question from someone who's in charge to someone who was in charge.
And you may simply ram that question up where the sun doesn't shine.
You're useless. You may leave.
I'm useless. I'm not the one chasing religious fairy tales about worlds beyond our own. Ridiculous.
So you knew, and kept it to yourself. That's more than enough from you.
So the town did tell him.
I'll leave you to your hunt for a desert Akala, then.
Exhausting. I'm sorry about him. As always.
There might be actual desert college, we don't know.
Now, given the services you have rendered us, I believe you deserve a little trust. So I'll listen to what you think I should tell our people of the Herald and the worlds beyond ours and whatever else.
It's humbling to have earned such trust, and we won't squander it. Before I speak, do you have any thoughts on this, Bryn?
When I brought the resonance back to camp, Dom said that it meant the arrival of an entirely new field of research. The Enclave's researchers never got to properly understand the Surgeborn before the labs were overrun. I don't know. I think it would be a shame if Dom was the only person in the entire world to have that opportunity. Even though I know he'd do an amazing
You don't have to
job.
tell the entire world, you can always just tell the
It would be sad to
Enclave.
force him to
Especially
work
since
in
with the veil
secret
being
for the
up, it's
rest of
not
his
likely
life.
going to get out until the veil goes down.
I don't think
By
that
then,
would be ideal.
doesn't really
no.
matter.
Lane, please regale us with your conclusions.
Bryn covered some of what I've been musing over, but for the sake of completeness, I'll recap it all with my own thoughts. 3 major facets of this problem loom in my mind. First, that of the research possibilities. Keeping this revelation under lock and key would obviously gatekeep untold numbers of discoveries. Second, that of those who adhere to the various religions around the Maida. I fear that disclosing the existence of other worlds to the public at large could upset a great many people at best, and trigger a holy war at worst.
What would the Holy
They
War
have been
even do?
waged on far smaller provocations than this.
The Holy War would come here to kill us all because they... what, saying that we're spewing blasphemous? So the Holy War would be just to stop us from spewing that their opinion lies? That seems dumb. Because they would come here and find out for themselves that that's actually all right.
Finally, and most importantly, so many of the problems we've encountered here have been because people kept secrets. Whether they were forced to keep them or not, the existence of those secrets significantly hamstrung our efforts to learn about the Enclave. If I had any choice in the matter, I would change that status quo in a heartbeat.
Now is your chance. If you want to seize the moment, I will respect your choice.
The irony is that I find myself faltering on the precipice, because I've now been presented with truly dangerous knowledge. Before I entered the Enclave, before we undertook this wondrous journey, I would have been adamant that everyone know each intimate detail. But now, I believe we must find an acceptable truth to share. But not the whole truth.
What do you have in mind, then?
Subject to your approval, we start by telling your people the story of the source, the entire truth, barring that of the breach. Then we tell the people that, as it stands right now, the monster they saw at the Grand Gate is eternal. But more importantly, we are working on ways to combat it. We keep its true origins close to our chest. Knowing how to contain the Surgeborn is much more important. For now, we tell part of the truth. We share select details and let the people weave their own interpretations. We control the narrative by allowing conflicting narratives to spread. And one day, the denizens of the Maida may be ready to know the full truth.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't really have to worry about the denizens of Maida because you're locked behind the veil. So you can tell, as you said, parts of the truth to the people of the Enclave, which makes sense, which allows research to continue. But then once the veil finally comes down, that's another word that you have to worry about later, but I wouldn't bring down the veil until after you have literally reclaimed all of the Enclave and gotten your power back. That's just my personal opinion. Because once you put down the veil, all the other nations around you are going to swarm you.
Is that acceptable to you, Karnatame?
Yes, it is. And might I say, you would have made an amazing politician had you stayed in Udea.
That's kind of you to say. But I have too strong a moral core to do that kind of work.
Very understandable. It's not for everyone. Nevertheless, I will communicate our story to the public. Let's hope the ensuing chaos is limited. I'd like to build trust again.
It's the right thing to do.
Lane, Bryn, thank you for your time and assistance.
It has been our everlasting pleasure, Karnatame.
Okay, let's me go back. I didn't even know that was a thing. Apparently you can negate fall damage if you roll up before you hit the ground. Interesting. Could have been useful information beforehand. especially when I'm at the end of the game.
I feel
Just saying.
as if a great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. When one begins to live their life beyond dusty old tomes, they must reckon with the complexities that are part and parcel of lived experience. Which is to say, you have truly been an agent of change in my life, Bryn. In wonderful ways, of course.
Well, you're not so bad yourself.
I try my best. But really, I feel good.
How are you feeling about your research as a whole?
Excellent. I'm going to chronicle everything. Even if some of it may not see the light of day for some time, I have faith that it will. And when it does, it will be useful to those who need it.
And what about that? Keeping it under wraps, I mean.
I suppose I have learned a sense of nuance. In Udea, keeping secrets was like breathing, but almost every secret was trivial or petty at best. And, more importantly, kept as a means through which to exert power. That was Kenrick's approach too. Power through secrets. Whereas I would hope that my reasons to keep secrets are driven by a sense of care and kindness. Do you think so?
I do. And more importantly, I know you're the kind of person to seek outside accountability if you need it.
With you and everyone else at my back, my worries are now few and far between. All that remains is to continue my research. And I'll need you to keep bringing back items of interest, of course.
I won't stop looking for things to bring home. Don't you worry.
Then I won't keep you. Get adventuring.
Shift from perspective. Examine an alternate perspective. With that, I think we're physically done. That is the game. Now we can get achievements.
Really?
Like, we're only 2 hours and 36 minutes in.
The dissenters?
Yes. They were scared. Everyone was. And I don't blame them for not trusting the eye. So they did what they felt right, and...
It all went wrong anyway.
Feels a bit familiar, doesn't it?
I think we fared a little better than they did, in the end. We might still be stuck in the Enclave, but we've achieved so much. Especially when it comes to the Hearthsiders. They trust us now, and if we work together, I'm sure we can find a way back out.
Very true. I'm sure the dissenters would have been happy to see the progress we've made.
A lot more progress than they've made.
While their methods may have been ineffective, it's important to remember that they were a product of circumstance. After all, it's hard to make wise choices in a climate of panic. Their intentions were good. So, I would like to imagine that our efforts honor their memories, at the very least.
For sure.
Possible. Alright. So... there's that. Apparently there's a fragment. I don't know. I don't know what any of that means. Yeah, I'm not sure what they mean by fragment. Oh, this is the codex, so I guess if I really wanted to, I can go to the Veil and then try to find out which of the missing fragments of the Veil where that codex is missing, and then try to look up that specific location for that one. Possibly. Alright, so first let's go and change my gear out. Let's go take on an Archon without a weapon. Do that. So let's do... remove. Alright. Let's go do this. So the easiest one to take down would probably be... Living Flame, most likely. I think so. Yep. So. Having to run from every single other creature but the Ark is going to be a pain in the ass. And also I could try to get the trophy as well, so that it can't move. Which means I would need that. Didn't work. Can't get it. How do I get it? What's going on? I know I destroyed something, which I don't know what. No! Only have a little bit left to go! Game! What did I destroy? Oh, I destroyed that up there. Interesting. Ow. And of course. See if they can punch me again. Work. It'd be easier with somebody else other than this guy. Huh. Can I even destroy them with stuff like this? Okay, stop it from spinning. How do I stop it from moving? That's like crazy. This makes no sense. Game? What does it do anything? I have almost enough to do that, but not enough to actually complete it. Do those things get reclosed? Come on. Mouse ammo. There has to be a better way to do it. Can't do anything. I can hit it while I'm on it. Jump! Game! Get on it! And there's all your health too, that's cool too, because you won't jump on it. Centerpiece is off. Alright, so we just throw on the gauntlet. I didn't do anything. Break, you piece of shit. Alright, now we can go. You tap. Or that. Huh? Okay, what begins screwing me? Yeah, that's what I didn't get the completion for it. But I didn't use a single weapon. I didn't use a single weapon, game. What the fuck? Is using my fist considered a weapon? What? That's the only thing that makes sense. My fist had to have been considered technically a weapon. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. That's bullshit. Oh. Yeah, let's go Matter over mind. Why does it want the opportunist set? The opportunist set in Weaver's grasp. Make sure don't equip all your weapons. The enemy you will fight for the achievement is the Archon of the Stricken Earth. Use the spell to remove the foe's armor. After you've stripped the enemy, use kinetic stream to get to the locust point. Hold the harvest button and unlock control. That's all I need to do is just rip it out. Okay. Find out if that's a way to do it. I don't know why he once stricken up the opportunist. Maybe because he gets more magical. Maybe. Let's go see what does that armor even do. Opportunist. Max Magicka. What I could do is I could craft it, just have like no protection really whatsoever, but I don't think that's absolutely necessary, so let's just go fight the Stricken Earth. Get no weapons attached. Don't use our fists at all because that's apparently gonna be considered for whatever reason killing it. Apparently you can rip off its armor piece. I didn't think it was possible, but apparently it is. Love it. Love the game's like, don't care. This guy has to be all the way out. Where's this guy? You know, sometimes it just doesn't allow you to throw it. I want him to throw something at me so I can do that. Okay, while he's doing that, let's just grab these pieces. It damaged me just now. Here we go. Where's my achievement? Didn't give me my achievement. And the game fucked me. Heal! And the game really fucked me. Wow! The game just fucked me so hard. That's bullshit. Fuck you too, game, I guess. Moment combat. Check it out. I don't know why it didn't give me the catch the thing. Like, there's an achievement for catching a thing from the guy, which I did. Game didn't give it to me, though. Still gotta do that one. This one, I don't know how to get that either. Catch a projectile thrown by a great creature or archon. I've done this, like, so many times. Like, the Herald throws those fireballs at you, and ice balls at you, and I caught those, didn't count. And then literally the guy just showed threw a gigantic cart at me, and I caught that, didn't count it. So, I don't know. Let me check to see if there's, like, anything else talking about it. Oh. There is nothing. Heaven trophy. Apparently there's a different trophy depending if it's on PlayStation or not. Oh, he's just doing 2. Okay. Shit, dude, this guy's doing it with, like, the worst possible weapon possible. Hurry it up. I've done that, yeah, okay. One of the things, I've actually done both of those from that guy's video. Burn one of the red crystals in the upper Nevron, and then break it. Did that. You guys saw me do it earlier. Didn't count. And then catch the projectile, which we just did. Didn't count. So... Oops, oops, oops. Explode, but there we go. This doesn't let me out. Fuck me. Let me out of this joint! I guess all of his armor pieces are back. Seems like I'm on him. Huh. Alright, we need to have him send something flying at me. The tree right there, hopefully grabs it. As far away as possible be. Start throwing shit at me. I hope it works this time. Throw something at me. Throw something at me. Throw something at me. Or not. Can grab it. On. Throw something at me, fool. They won't throw anything at me, I don't know. Oh, he's not picking me up. He tries, but he can't. Pick something up and throw it at me, dude. Trying to knock out 2 achievements at once. Don't pick anything up. Things just don't work as they're supposed to. Achievement! 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 This game screws me. Never mind, got that at least. Not sure why the other ones don't count, but whatever. Maybe I have to go after him again, but maybe in Glintwood Hollow give me a better opportunity. Possibly. Let's get my weapons back on. I don't I need them, I guess, apparently.
Who would have thought the Herald was telling the truth about the source?
Not me. The fact that it so readily shared that information, it doesn't sit well with me.
Do you think it was trying to manipulate us?
Every word it ever spoke was in service of that goal. Just focus on what you do best. Answers will come with time.
Will do.
Okay. so I guess now we go to Upper Denevron. Arc of the Winter Tide is there. I wonder if I can get the immobile one. Let me figure out like what's best for the immobile. What? Over this way. All right, so do that right now. Yeah, Spellbound. Let's get Spellbound. I need to do that.
Mecca's.
Okay. So he wants me to use this guy here. This guy here. But it wants it doing during a flash freeze. And they recommend using that one here. So yeah, opportunist, so I just have more magicka. So I guess we could try it. Blah, 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 blah. Don't really have anything else, do I? Heat resistance. I need cold resistance. Just not having materials for it. What's some good stuff that gives cold resistance? This one does. Let's buy a few of those. And that's good enough. Not sure what else would I be missing, but still. Alright, so we need to buy more of those. What else I need to buy? A lot of those. Alright, so let's buy out a fuck ton of those Akala fur thingies. Like 20, I think. Close-ish. We got now 171. So there's that. So I have 206 gold. Best opportunity we're going to get. Now we want to go to Upper Nevron, change the weather to flash freeze. I got it. Our armor is absolutely horrendous because we're level 1 and everything. We are over 200 in the cold protection, so that's at least there. That's good. Can I move? I can't move. Oh. Can't move. The controller's working. Go again. Sometimes. Didn't change anything, didn't move anything, and the game's just like, sorry. Know where this guy's at. So we gotta wait for him to do his like double smash with his 2 fists. And freeze his fists to the ground. Broke through them like they weren't there. Oh, come on. Couldn't move because of that. That still damaged me somehow. Gonna do his double smash now. Second. Come on. Both of his limbs were stuck. What? What? All of his limbs were stuck. His limbs are constantly stuck. What? It's not giving me it. This is why I hate fucking Xbox fucking achievements, because they suck balls. I've had them literally all stuck together this entire time. The game's like, nope, don't care. I don't have any of these problems with PlayStation achievements. Oh. Love how high, like, I have over 200 full protection, and it's not enough. Still getting frozen in place. This is fucking stupid. Nothing I can do. Fuck. What's it doing? You just busts out of it like it's not even there. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh. There's nothing you can do. You're just screwed. It looks so weird. He's like, body's all hunched over. What is happening to him? Yeah, well, the game doesn't know how to function because I've clearly done what it's asked. Same thing with the throw thing. I've done that multiple times. I'm just going to assume that the game's busted. That's fun. Apparently you cannot actually take those off. I do. Dodged it, but sure. How do I, how can I get him all frozen before he does that? What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do it when he does the double punch, and then also freeze his legs at the same time, which I have done. Game told me no. So, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what it wants from me. Well, the fact that several achievements aren't completing makes me very upset. Oh well, it's not really that important, I guess. If it was PlayStation, I'd probably try to get them way more. Because I gotta have my PlayStation trophies. I haven't been on the PlayStation in weeks. Not a couple months. That'll change when Assassin's Creed comes out in March. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be the stream. Eternal Strands is done. We completed it. Got a large chunk of the trophies. Got a total of 38 out of 44, so I'm missing 6 of them. Like, I was expecting to get at least 2 of them. Like, we really get this one and this one. And this one I'm not even sure how to get. So I should have been able to get all 3 of these. Which I could have gotten this one right now if I really wanted there and just did it. So I could have just gotten 3. The only ones I wouldn't have gotten would be the 2 codex pages. If I really tried, I probably could get it, but I don't really think it's good. But yeah, now we just gotta figure out what the fuck we playing tomorrow. I was thinking about playing a game just to tie us over. Or was it? Where is the recently added? There, Orcs Must Die. Let's think about playing this. Includes with Game Pass, but it won't let me actually play it. I don't know why. But there's that. So I might play this tomorrow. We just gotta wait until a VAD comes out, which I think is on the 18th. Yeah, 18th, yeah. Reinstall it. 11 days. I gotta find something to time over for 11 days. Could we go back to Pokemon? You guys think that that would be good? Should we go back to Pokemon? I don't know. It's ready to play. No, apparently there's multiple orcs must die. This one's just called Death Trap. The fact that I can't actually play it here, even though this isn't clear with Game Pass, just keeps loading. I don't know what's going on with it. That's going to be the stream for me, though. Hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys want to see more streamers today. I'll be on tomorrow, as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.